In this video, we're going to look at a way to solve problems 7 and 8 on your Unit 3B review. Now remember, as we do these, there's more than one way to go through the steps and get the right answer. So you might have done it differently and be able to still get the right answer. I'm going to show you one systematic way to do this. So first off, we need to understand that since we're writing the equation for a parabola, that our equation is always in the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And our goal is to figure out a, b, and c. And since there are three unknowns, we need three equations. And to get three equations, we need 1, 2, 3 points. All right, let's lay out those points just to keep our work organized. Our first point is 0, 8. The next one is 2, 12. And the third one is 4, 20. I'm going to plug each of these into this equation. So in the first one, y is 8. X is 0, which makes this whole thing 0. It also makes the next term 0, plus c, which means I already know c. c equals 8 in this case. In our next problem, y is 12. Our x is 2, and we need to square it, so we get 4a plus, plug in x again, 2b plus c. And our third equation, y is 20. Plug in 4 for x, and we get 16a when we square it, plus 4b plus c. All right, we've set up our three equations for our three unknowns, and our next step is to subtract pairs of equations. So I'm just going to consistently take the first one minus the second one. So 8 minus 12 equals negative 4. 0 minus negative 4a is negative 4a. 0 minus 2b is negative 2b. And of course, c minus c is going to cancel and give us 0. We move on to the next pair. 12 minus 20 is negative 8. 4a minus 16a is negative 12a. And 2b minus 4b is negative 2b. And now we have two equations with two unknowns. Now, it's nice because these 2b's, they're both negative 2b's, match up, and they're going to cancel if we subtract these up. So I'm going to do the same thing again and take the first equation minus the second equation. Now here I need to be careful when I'm subtracting because this first one is negative 4 minus negative 8. So in your head you're thinking, oh, that's the same as negative 4 plus 8, and we get 4. And the next one is negative 4a minus negative 12a. And in your head you're thinking that's the same as negative 4a plus 12a, or 8a. And of course here, these are the same, so when we subtract them, they cancel. And we have our first term, and that is that a equals 1/2. Now we know a, and we know c, and we just need to find b. And we can use these equations, or we can use one of these equations out here, except for this first one, since there's no a and b. So we have lots of choices. I see lots of negatives here, so I think I'm going to go with this equation here. The 12 equals 4a, I know a, it's 1/2, plus 2b, that's what I'm trying to find, plus c, which is 8. So let's see, I get 12 equals 2 plus 2b plus 8. Let's see, that means I have 10 plus 2b on this side. I'll subtract the 10, I get a 2 equals 2b, and there we go, b equals 1. So I now know a, I know b, and I know c, but I'm not done until I've actually written the equation that was asked for. So my final answer is y equals 1/2 x squared plus 1x, or simply x, plus 8. And there's the equation for the first parabola. All right, let's move on and do the same process on number 8. So number 8, again, I'm going to write y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, just for reference. I'll list out my points, negative 1, 5, 2, 2, and 3, negative 11. And I'll plug them in. So 5 equals, when I square negative 1, it becomes positive. So I've got 1a minus 1b plus c. Down here, I plug in 2 for y and 2 for x. So 4a when I square plus 2b plus c. And over here, negative 11 equals 9a plus 3b plus c. So just like in the previous slide, I'm going to subtract pairs. This time, by the way, we don't know c right away, but we'll get there. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 1a minus 4a is negative 3a. And negative 1b minus 2b is going to be negative 3b. In the next pair, when I subtract, 2 minus negative 11 is 13. 4a minus 9a is negative 5a. And 2b minus 3b is going to be minus 1b. Now nothing cancels automatically. This time we're going to have to multiply one of the equations. And I'm going to choose to take the second equation times 3 because that will get the 3b's to match. So multiply by 3. All right, so I'm going to rewrite the first equation exactly as it was. I'm going to multiply the second equation by 3. So 39 equals negative 15a minus 3b. And then I'm going to subtract those. So 3 minus 39 is negative 36. Negative 3 minus negative 15 is going to give me positive 12a. And of course the negative 3b's cancel, and a therefore is negative 3. And now I can plug this in to one of the other equations, and I don't actually want to use these equations yet because I only know a, and I'd still have two unknowns, b and c. So I'm going to use one of these equations, and I think I'll use the one here that just has the negative in front of b. So 13 equals negative 5 times a, which is negative 3, and minus b. Okay, so 13 equals 15 minus b. I'm going to subtract 15, so negative 2 equals negative b, and b equals 2. So now I know a right over here, and I know b, and I can use any of these equations. I'm going to use the first one. So 5 equals a, which is negative 3, minus b, which is 2, plus c. So 5 equals negative 5 plus c. I add 5 and 10 equals c. And so my final answer is y equals negative 3x squared plus 2x plus 10. Oops, there we go. All right.